want to make it very hard for others to be in that level, right? So for years, I believed it because I was a software engineer. I was looking for a job that way it gets me the most money possible, right? It keeps increasing my pay because if there's not that much supply and there's a huge demand and I'm the best out there, I'm gonna make tons of money, right? But when you're looking as an employer, you're like, wow, what are we doing here, right? So for many years, I've tried to go back to college and say, can you just remove some of these requirements, especially mathematics? Hey, I happen to be very good at math, and I'm disappointed that Siena disagreed that I should have also received a minor in mathematics because I took over 10 courses. So back to college, recently I went there, was a Siena pitch for computer science majors, and I just learned, guess what? They're lowering the math requirements. It's only 4 math courses to get a degree now. Like, wow, that's cool. So we're looking at all these different things of, well, what else we need to do to bring more people on board? Last fall, we got 4 of these party buses, right? Those are the ones that you said wedding parties take, right? We went to all different colleges, we picked up these students, we fed them pizzas and a lot of soft drinks. Soft drinks, right? Just to get them excited. Everyone says, Tony, you gotta give back. You gotta go, all right, keep giving back, right? Do so much. And we try to tell people, get into this thing. But there's such an advantage today. Believe me, I was 9 years old, I came to this country. So 10 years later, I'm coding, right? Imagine this. I'm telling my parents, who can barely speak English, explain to them what software means. Believe me, right? 25 years ago, right? 30 years ago, it's about you're explaining someone software. It's like telling a 5-year-old kid, this is what software is. Look, I could touch an iPhone. I could touch it. I could touch an iPad. But you can't touch software. So again, it's all this elite. Let's make sure it makes it like so hard to be in this field. And I tell you, for years, I'm like, we gotta stop this. We're going all ends, right? We're now giving visas out. I tell you how bad it's getting. This is the first year that 100% of our candidates that have been working at Transfinder, they all got rejected. You know what that means? The lottery, it's called lottery, of visas, just depleted. And we were listen, we've been doing this for years, we're like the first one in line and we don't want to miss anything. 100% denial. Wow. It's actually getting worse. It's getting worse. We opened an office in China. Why? Because there's a lot of people there. Well, guess what? It's supply and demand situation. It's getting tough there too. So back to the roots. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. We gotta get people out there. And the nice thing about it, you don't have that disadvantage like I had 30 years ago to explain to my parents what software. The beautiful thing is that Apple and other companies in Hollywood showed us what it could mean. You know, unfortunately, they forget to tell you that how many hours you actually have to work at, creating Facebook. It's not all the fun and games. There's a lot of those things. That's the aptitude. You want to be successful, man. We would love to find somebody that's just a rough gem, really, that we could teach them anything. But you have to have the drive to learn, to be successful, to be with a company that wants to be huge. Yeah, I can't tell you. It happens probably once or twice a quarter. We turn down large checks. Imagine that. We turn down large checks. You know why? Because we don't have the resources to pull off that. And so everyone says, well, then just move, man. Get out of the capital district. There's other places. Are you crazy? Take those checks, but just move. Well, I don't want to move. This is my room. I'm right here. So we need this. And there's, again, back to supply and demand. Guys, you know what happens? The employees, software engineers, move around. They actually get stolen or recruited or borrowed, whatever term you want to use, right? Right? You go from company A, then things, grass is always greener. Over to septic tank. You go to company B, and then go company C. I can't say I've not been at both ends of that spectrum. We have, but we gotta stop that. I'm gonna grow this. I'm gonna make this capital addition such a big deal, right? Tech Valley, come on. So I don't think this works for every degree. When I get my annual physical in my doctor's office, hey, I want him to go to med school. And I do want to see that degree frame. I don't care what color frame it is, but I want to see it. I do want to see that. But I believe in software. There's such an advantage today. You don't have to explain to somebody what software is. There's some degrees today that I actually have to ask him, so what does that mean? When you get this job, what are you going to be doing? Can you just tell me? Because that sounds a cool degree, but what are you going to do? Today, you don't have to explain what that means. When a software engineer, a coder, a developer, you don't have to explain to anybody what that means. It's a given. It's almost, I'm a lawyer, I'm an accountant, I'm a software engineer. There's no question anymore. My grandmother, well maybe not my grandmother, she's like 91 years old, should know what that is. And that's the advantage. So therefore, that's not the barrier anymore. The barrier now at this point is to educate people that you can do this. You actually pull it off. And we're excited people are here. And I think, I don't want to be selling why we need this, but this is exciting. Thank you again for the opportunity. We are going to stay here and we're going to make this work. So again, thank you so much.